Welcome to my final video of 2021 on this channel. I hope you all have had a very good December and have just one piece of content left for you. It's been a very enjoyable year of making videos on this channel, and although the content has dried up in recent months, that certainly doesn't mean that the rest of the year wasn't amazing. To keep things short, I'll be going through each month and the best and most interesting things that happened on Old School RuneScape and my channel. Hope you enjoy. Starting with January, I killed a mammoth 10,000 Firewatch Sentinels, which can be found in Darkmare. The method is extremely AFK and easy to do whilst you're doing something else, so whilst my Blood Shard luck was awful, I still made enough to cover a lot of membership bonds for the year. February saw my best and most popular video of the year, in my opinion anyway, being the 5-0 Zami guide. Whilst it wasn't perfect, it was a video that I spent a long time creating, and I'm glad that most of the feedback was so good. It's also a fantastic method worth learning for any of you out there with the Twisted Bow. Perhaps my longest loot video in terms of time taken came in March, and that was 150 master clues. Unless you buy dragon implings for elite clues, it can take hours and hours to get a master clue or get enough clues to exchange one with Watson. I sure got lucky too in those 150, getting a piece of 3rd age in the form of a 3rd age robe top from a mimic. One of my favourite 1000 loot videos was in April, and that was Zulrah, one of my favourite bosses in Old School RuneScape, and one that I could just grind for days on end, to be honest. My 1000 loot video brought some good RNG too, and probably remains my luckiest place in the game, and yeah, the Prophet Snake, even to this day, still sure lives up to its name. May saw the completion of my longer running series New Buys Tibia. I began this with a bunch of goals related to drops and bosses, all starting with a Twisted Bow and not a lot else, and just aiming to enjoy the game mainly. It's probably the most fun I've ever had playing the game too, and rebuilding is something I would strongly recommend to anyone feeling a little bit burnt or just if the game feels a bit stale. The series was 35 episodes long, spread across a period of about 9 months. June saw a refreshing change of fortunes regarding pets in the game, as I obtained 3 in the space of 4 days after going a few months without one other than the Skotos. It was the Thermi pet, Diagonus Supreme and Rocky that gave me 3 lovely dopamine shots, if that's the right way of putting it, and this was all part of my new series based on the combat achievements and collection log. A new challenge in July for me, setting out to obtain my first Infernal Cape, not something I thought was realistic at the beginning, but a wonderful journey. Looking back at 19 attempts and 8 Zucks later, plus some blood, sweat and tears, beat the Inferno and upgraded my fashion scape and stats. Not loads to shout about in August other than my second loot video on Master Clues, and it wasn't quite as fruitful as the first one, but a piece of Gilded, and it's still nice to share and look at my overall loot from 300. Staying with the clues, September gave me my most desired pet in the game, and yes, it was the Bloodhound, the crown jewel of pets in my opinion, one that takes thousands of hours to get if you're able to complete the mammoth 1000 clues required to hit the drop rate, but took just over 300 for us. One of my favourite winter bosses was Kriara, done through the chilling method. I completed 1000 kills and shared some very juicy loot, though 3 Armadillo chain skirts coming just from the minions, so my luck on the boss wasn't actually that good, but the minions definitely made up for it, and Kree's a pet that I'll probably be hunting in the future, I think. November brought one of my best videos of the year, a progress video around a clan bingo I took part in October. A group event and something I would recommend to everyone to try at some point if they're in a clan. Rebirth is the one I'm in. If you are interested in joining, you're more than welcome to drop me a message in game or in the comments, leave me your username and I will get in touch with you. No videos other than this one in December, but I do have a progress video in the works which I'm aiming to get out in the new year. Anyway, a sneak peek ahead of that one, I now have 2 Inferno completions instead of just 1. There you have it, those are my YouTube highlights and happiest moments playing this version of the beautiful 20-year-old clicking simulator that is RuneScape. In fairness, Old School is coming up to 10 years now, and even that's very hard to believe. Got a nice little email through from YouTube about my stats for the year, just a few to share with you. 1.6 million watch time minutes, so yes, thank you very much for that, and 358,000 views this year, with my most viewed video still being the 1 to 97 mining guide I made back in 2015. Yes, so it's interesting to watch that one back now. In terms of future plans for the game and channel, we'll be continuing my current series related to the combat achievements and collection log, with the occasional guide and loot videos coming out as well. I don't imagine I'll be uploading more than once or twice a month with my life and work schedule at the moment. That's just how it is, and to be honest, I played so much of this game during the worst of the pandemic, and now I simply can't put those hours in anymore, and not because I have less time, which is true, but that's just a lot of playtime. Thank you to everyone who has supported the channel this year by either liking, subscribing, commenting or reaching out to me in game. You're all wonderful. Feel free to add me as well if you haven't already. Kick it off. I wish all of you a happy festive period, happy new year, and the best of what life has to offer in 2022.